We are back for another episode of the Free PMS Ladies Podcast Show.
Whoop whoop!
Yo, yo.
Wow.
I got in there first.
You really did.
And I can't believe this is the first time in a long time that all three of us are back together. Finally.
Wow.
Finally. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be good for the show or bad for the show,
Try it, man.
So listeners, if you're hearing a baby in the background, we are on babysitting duties.
It's Snoop.
So yeah, that's it. Okay, let's just jump straight in.
As we do.
Yep. There's gonna just be a lot of catch-ups today on obviously like hot pepper soup stuff, so pop culture stuff, and just updates on TV shows. So I'm just gonna jump in with a show that I watched. Not a show. I watched a documentary. 3-part documentary. It's been 10 years since the reality star Jade Goody passed away. So they were doing like a documentary, Channel 4 were doing like a documentary, just documenting her rise to fame and, you know, I guess her life. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, to be fair, it was quite good. I mean, I didn't know Jade personally. My brother knows her, or knew her, sorry. And, you know, he said nothing but good things about her. But it just really reminded me of, number one, how Big Brother was back in the day. It was a huge show.
Yes, it was.
I mean, now it's just trash. But at the time, it was a
wicked.
huge show. Yeah. And, you know, she was an absolute mess on the show, but it was almost like a rags to riches type story. You know, she then became like the highest paid reality star. I think she earned millions, you know, and, you know, she was really, really popular. And then she had that episode where she went back into the Big Brother house.
Yep.
And her, Danielle Lloyd, I think her name was Danielle Lloyd, and that blonde one from S Club 7.
Joe,
all,
was it?
yeah, Joe. Oh, good memory.
Good memory, babe.
Yeah, all became kind of like, it was almost like a clique of, you know, like just like these mean girls. Yeah. And they were kind of picking on Shelpa a little bit. And Shelpa was a really, really nice person. And, you know, they just became really cliquey, and then they started, you know, Jay started coming up with, not just Jay, Danielle Lloyd said a couple of things. Danielle Lloyd said something like, I wish you just F off back home. And I think Jade called her Shelpa Papadom. And just, when I was watching it, I was thinking, oh, yeah, I remember watching it at the time. And there was so much public outrage. They absolutely hated Jade and crucified Jade. And Jade was evicted, and she didn't realise the impact
of what she was saying.
Yeah, and basically the public really just absolutely turned against her. And she didn't know how she was going to rebuild her career. People in India Shelpa's a big star in India. And people didn't know. People in India apparently were burning things to do with Jade, and Jade really didn't know
stuff to do with Jade in India.
Yeah, because where they, you know, Shelpa was like their, you know, like one of their big stars over there.
No,
and
I'm just imagining what of Jade Goody did they have in
Oh,
India.
you know,
So I can just imagine a bunch of people printing stuff off just to burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Which is exactly what they did. And Jay came out, was crying, her career's ruined.
That,
yeah, everyone didn't know how she was going to get back from that. And then it looked like she started going gym, she started working out, and then, you know, she called her agent and said, okay, what are we going to do about this? And then at this point, she had changed agents. She used to be with, hold on, who was there? I was the same agent as my brother. I really can't remember what his name was. But she had one agent, and then she moved to a really, really popular agent. Sorry, she was with John Knoll. That was it. Yeah, she went to Max Clifford. Everyone would have known. Yeah, you know who he is. He was just a fame whore, I think. But yeah, she went to Max Clifford, and then they decided to send her on Big Brother India to redeem herself, which was good because Shelpa, it was a good idea, I thought. It was a good PR move. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, she went to Big Brother India.
3 times in Big Brother house.
Yep. She went to Big Brother because when she went that second time, she went with her partner and her mum went as well. I guess they wanted to make them all feel comfortable, and she was like, well, more money, coming in. This time she went by herself. And obviously, I guess where India hated her, it was a chance for her to redeem herself. And Shelpa was like the Davina McCall of the show, like she presented it. So anyway, she went in and she was doing fine. She was doing fine in there. Then she got a call to come to the diary room, and they told her, they put her on the phone with her doctor, and they told her she had cervical cancer on TV. Yep. Because, when you go on those shows, they have to do this whole back, like health check, XYZ. And sometimes you don't always get the all clear, or it might seem like this, the all clear.
Yeah.
But then, they told her that, and they were recording it, and people are like, nowadays you couldn't, So I think when she first had her first interview, when they came back, she was like, well, I think someone interviewed her and they said, well, what did you think? Yep. They were like, what did you think of the, how do you think the public, kind of like, I guess, like, what do you think the public was told about your condition? And she was like, what kind of a stupid question is that? Everybody found out when I found out what I had, that kind of thing. So, so it just obviously they documented her with her fight against cancer, and then
public, and people used to criticize her for that as well when she was doing it.
To be fair,
but because they aired it in public, it didn't give her the opportunity whether or not she wanted to keep that thing private. Right?
Well, I think it did give her the
got the
opportunity.
Result.
Yeah, but it gave her the opportunity. But she actually made a show about it, that her journey, fighting it is what I'm saying. So she then decided to do her own thing to, make it more aware for people to know. But a lot of people said, again, you're going back on that whole fame thing for something that's quite tragic for a lot of other families.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I think she did the right thing because she was doing it to make money for her kids. She was like, I've got to.
At the end stage.
Yeah. So she was like, well, I can't leave them.
Yeah.
I've got to leave them with something. Hey, I respect her for doing that.
Most
but
people would have done the same thing.
Yeah. So guys, I respect her for what she did, and it was sad because watching the whole documentary, obviously that's just the snapshot view of the whole thing. Watching the whole documentary, she split up with her child's father.
Yeah.
And it's so sad. No, this is before, she got with, after she came out, she got with, Brazier, Jeff Brazier. That's the father of her 2 kids. Well, no, because this is way before that. What happened was they were arguing.
A lot of people didn't
him
either.
because obviously ain't got nothing to do. Watching this morning, and I will see him come in back in the day, and I was just like, you were with. I just didn't see.
Yeah.
Got together. But
Sorry
he was trying to get famous as well at the time because he was trying to be a presenter or something.
Yeah, but I think he had already had some. It wasn't like it was just he got it famous off her. They met through somebody famous. It wasn't a case of. I can't remember if they said how they met, but I can't remember who. And she pursued him. Oh. So yeah. Anyway,
the girls went, he's
2
cute.
boys later.
He's cute.
So the reason why they broke up, he said they started having a lot of arguments about their own personal issues, and different things will come out in the paper. And she was like, "You told XYZ person." He's like, "No, you told." Later on, they found out. But this is way after Jade died. Phone hacking. Oh, that's what broke them. Yep, because obviously she's sitting there saying, "You must have told somebody." He's like, "No, you must have told something." But
that's not fair.
Phone hacking. That's what really I think took it to the next level with them. It was nothing to do with them. None of them had told anybody anything. It was
what, they didn't know who, because everybody thought we told each other.
Mm-hmm.
Must have been
who,
one of us.
Yep. So it was sad, but she left a.
Her life was a complex life.
Yeah, I mean,
lessons and falls as well. It's just mess.
I mean, she's only 1 year older than us. So
I remember her being around our age.
Yeah, so it's sad, but
around their age, not my age. Yeah.
Okay.
Funny.
But I thought it was a good watch. So those of you who've got what is it? Channel 4. Like when you can watch recaps and stuff like that. Go and check it out. I'm sure there's probably some stuff on YouTube about
like
it.
I said to you girls, I saw it and I saw the daytime promos of it, and people coming up to speak about it and whatever. But I just, not that I didn't like her, or I didn't have any ways or whatever towards her. Honestly, when I remember her, I just remember her big smile. Like she's got such a beautiful cheeky smile. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But when I started watching the first episode, as I'm getting into it, I'm like, no, I just want to remember you the way I remembered you. Because
Yep.
I knew that whole racial thing was going to come up. And
Yeah.
I didn't really watch Big Brother during that time when she was in it. Although I heard whatever, but I didn't really follow it. Do you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of hers.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things you're like, whatever. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to delve into that chapter and, you know, whatever. Because at the end of the day, where she became more prominent again for me, because I think me and you, we did watch when she first went to the Big Brother house. I remember all of that. And then when she became another highlight for me was when she's dying.
Yeah.
And, you know, I remember looking at her wedding, what she gonna do and whatever, and I even bought the magazines and stuff like that, and I felt really sorry for her. So I didn't want that in between. Yeah. So I was just like, no, I'm not gonna watch this show. Nothing, but I just thought, no, I don't need to. I still remember who Jade Goody is and what she was trying to stand for in the end, and I want to leave it that way. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Because what happened was after, like, before I watched the last episode, I went on Twitter. Twitter's my favorite place for feedback, public feedback. Yeah. And people were really commenting a lot about the whole Shel Pachetti thing, and, you know, notice, and the thing that irritated me was a lot of white people were commenting and saying, oh, it's not a big deal, and, you know, a black person, you know, really put it quite eloquently, saying, oh, well, you know, it's always the ones that have never been affected by those kind of things who think it's not until thinking it's not a big deal. You know, look, guys, for those of us who've experienced any kind of discrimination or racial abuse, it's not a small thing. Don't get me wrong, and I'll say it right here, right now. I don't like any race. I'm very racist. I take everybody as an individual. But I know if I'm in a place, especially where it's public or it's televised, there's certain comments I'm going to keep to myself. We all do. I don't care what anyone says. Most people have certain comments that they say about other races in their own home.
I don't should be.
Yeah, you know, you listen. It's your business. I don't care what you say in your own home, but when you're on TV in public, or just on the street or in the workplace, wherever, where you're dealing with other people who don't live in your house, you watch what you say. That's it. I think the issue for me was, I don't believe Jade's a racist. Like I said, she was a good friend of my brother. She's not a racist, but she just got too comfortable in that house.
Got carried away.
Yeah, and I think she started to think she was invincible, so that she could say and do whatever she wanted. The public loved her, and it just doesn't go down like that. That's it. I felt sorry for Shelpa. I literally did, but I don't feel like Jade was made out to be the worst one out of a lot of them.
She was equally same
but
as the others.
you got the other one sniggering in the background. You know what it's like when you're a big bully and you've got other people, you know, sniggering. Look, listen, I'm gonna say it myself. When I was back at school and I was doing my stuff with people, Snoop was there, was the one sniggering in the background. So we've all been there.
Oh my gosh.
We've all been there. She was there, my hype woman, like,
but she'll fall down if she needs to fall down.
You know, so it just watching the documentary just reminded me of everything. But I still don't think Jade was a bad person. I think if you look at the person, you think, okay, she's not she's a bit stupid sometimes, but she's not a bad person. Yeah. But so that was my
take on that.
Yeah, that was it. So I'm just going to throw to anyone else that wants to jump in with anything else they want to talk about.
So on the back of BB, if you guys remember, Davina McCall was originally the first presenter, but she's Snoop, and the best one. No offense to anybody else, but there was no one like Davina. The way she used to run up there and talk to people, or just you know, her charming character.
Yeah, a bit crazy and quirky.
Bless you, but always professional, and just always just on the point. Like you wanted to watch for me, I wanted to watch everyone in the house as well. So I wanted to watch what Davina was going to say and watch her interviews, because she always delivered in such a really engaging way. No matter if she thought the person was right or wrong, it was just on point. So this week, as some of you might know, Philip Schofield and his fellow co-star Holly Willoughby are off for summer holidays, each their own. So they have guest presenters on the show this morning. So they had Davina this week and Michelle Humes, who is the wife of
the guy from JLS.
Yeah, they're such a cute couple.
Her name stands for itself. Why do we have to say the wife of?
That's true.
We all know who she is.
Yeah, from the Saturdays.
Not everybody, I'm just saying. Okay, that's a whole other topic. Okay, so Davina and Michelle are covering for Philip and Holly, And this week, Louisa, who used to be an apprentice, filmed a lady on an air stewardess on the flight. Yeah, it's one of the cheapest flights.
Yeah, EasyJet.
The air hostess is basically doing two things. She's telling the parents to tell their child to sit down on the seats because the child is sitting down on the seats and
jumping,
standing, just being a child on the flight. And obviously they need to take off and they need to do safety. But Louisa's like, she shouldn't be telling the parents what to do, and she was rude. Okay, so she's filmed it, put on her blog where she has a lot of followers, and then she's commented this morning and she's debating it with another lady who's like, you shouldn't film it, you have no right, there's privacy laws, you signed a waiver when you agreed to fly on this flight, how dare you, it's unfair, you're ruining this woman's life, you can't be telling her to do her job, like, so basically just having a go at her. And Davina's kind of had to step in and go, can you both be women and mature and not talk over each other? So we're kind of here discussing the fact of a couple of things. Do you have the right to tell someone how to do their job? A. And B, do you have the right to tell the parents how to parent their child?
Do their job.
Do their job. Yeah. So, Snoop, what do you guys think?
Well, this is what I think.
You know she's the flight.
Yes. As the VIP flyer of the group, aka economy class. Queen economy class, that's me. Look, personally, I just think we are in the age where everyone's filming everything, everyone's taking pictures of everything.
So annoying.
It's like, for freak's sake, just let someone live. Look, personally, I don't have any kids, and yeah, I don't have any kids yet. But for me, it's the most irritating thing on any kind of public transport when a parent don't control their child. Everybody paid to get on the flight. Your child is there being a nuisance. For me, it's one thing if you're trying to pacify your child and your child's not playing ball. Fair enough, you're doing your thing.
Which they do sometimes.
But if you're just sitting there and letting your kid do whatever.
Man, my holiday starts with the moment I get in that flight.
What, see me? You're not taking control of nothing?
Like, my mind is away. Look, kids, do what you must. I'm going to sip me some little Hennessy and I'm going to just pretend I hate you. That's right. I had to pay adult price for my kids to get on there. So they do whatever they want to do. And if you want to chuck them off, chuck them off.
Actually, you have got a point though, Snoop. We do pay adult for children on the thing, so they earn that seat. So they want to jump on the seat. You pay adult for when they hit 2. You pay a full adult fare for them to sit on that seat. If they stand run up and down the aisle for the next 6 hours on that flight, you still pay for that seat.
Damn.
Yeah, and they don't get a full meal either. So maybe actually, yeah. But go on, sorry if
they want to run for themselves. They pay their money to run for themselves. Oh Lord. Anyway, I'll let you keep going.
Thank you. Look, put your child down, drug them, slap them, whatever you need to do. But if that air hostess is like, I beg. See, anyway, that's why I can't be an air hostess. Because me, guys, I will body slam roundhouse kick.
She would get arrested. Like, forget me telling her how to do her job. She's lost her job.
I can hear her now. Look, I'm inside, bitches. And then she'll sort you out with that.
They'll be like, Tano's in the airport. Can we please go to flight? It's been delayed for 20 minutes. We have to remove the air stewardess. We're beating up everyone's child.
Listen, I stand by it. Get your kid to act right, or it's going down.
I don't think it's anybody's. No, not even. It's not anybody's job to tell somebody else how to do their job. First of all, if the hair hostess was being totally disrespectful, to the mum and to the kids, yes, she does warrant correcting. Like, do not speak to my child that way, or do not speak to people that way. Do you know what I mean? But if it's a case of the mum is trying, like you're saying, and now she, the hair hostess is maybe losing her rag a little bit, and now telling the mum, no, you don't. You still need to maintain a level of professionalism. Because what you know is that most parents can't help if the child is going to be, you do everything. You bring the
Yeah.
iPad, you bring the whatever. But you got to remember, these kids have been watching this before the holiday, and now the same toys and stuff is supposed to be distracting them. And this is like this is like even the mental state of toddlers is so hard. One day they're into something, next thing they're not. So you're praying for mercy as to what will engage them anyway.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the actual level in which this lady was scolding the mum as to how to do her job. And again, can anyone tell a hairdresser how to do their job? No, you can't.
Exactly.
You can't. But it's only to me it's like everybody should do what most people do on a flight. We're all mostly chicken shit, and we all just pretend as though we can't see, and we all just getting irritable in the background. We just control your damn kid, but you don't say nothing, do you?
That's true. That is true.
And to be fair, for the air hostess, she's trying to do her job and keep the other passengers happy. Yeah, so she's probably thinking, I better say something to this parent before everyone says something to me. And so I could have very much been on her back and been like, can you sort those kids out, blah blah blah. So then she's gonna get frustrated as well. So it's like a no-win situation.
I think it's totally wrong to be video recording little things like this, because at the end of the day we're all human. I don't like the moment everyone sees the uproar going on, oh, get the camera out. How is that helping the situation? How is the camera in your hands helping the situation? If it's something that's downright, like we're seeing racism on airline, or someone being untreated fair, or someone's being, a drunk that's, being completely disruptive, and you need to film it as evidence. Do you understand what I mean? But this, what are you going to get out of it? Do you understand what I mean? I do. You want the air hostess to lose her job, or you want who are you shaming? Who are you embarrassing here? It's not right. Do you get what I mean? So, again, going on the topic of that, just the other day, went to the park and some mums were acting a couple of fools in there. And it just ruined it. A perfectly lovely day, sunny day. And these two mums, I don't know what happened between their kids. You know how it is. The kids get into a little bit of scuffle, uproar with each other. The kids, then the mums then come and start blasting each other. Oh, you tell your kids. Oh, no, your kid's being rude. Meanwhile, the kids are off playing elsewhere. And now, but it's the mums now who've forgotten their chicken-headed self and are cussing each other's kids out. And I'm just like, what the hell?
Did you film it?
Your kid, there we go. That's what I'm saying. There we go. Some fool was there with a camera recording the whole thing in the playground. First of all, there's kids in this playground, so you are not getting my kid in there. First of all, and second of all, it's just like, is this what we really need? What is this gonna do with you putting it on social media? There was quite a lot of those some men there, trying to calm the situation down or whatever. But these two women. You know how it is when you get an audience, people get a little bit more rowdy and whatever. But these two women were clearly just forgotten that their kids are there. You're defending your kids, but then you're acting a fool in front of your kids. What does this say? I'm just like, this is terrible. Again, who do you scold? Am I gonna go and tell her, lady, you're doing your job wrong? Whatever. No,
that's true.
Exactly. And I'm not gonna go wave a camera in their face. Okay, now you're gonna post that. What's that gonna do? What's that really gonna do? So I don't think anyone's got the right to tell anyone how to parent. Especially if you ain't got your own. Don't tell me how to. No, I'm just saying. First, let's start from there. If you ain't got your own, don't tell people how to parent, because it's really, really, really difficult and you don't know. And
with the exception of me.
Well, you got your own. You got plenty. And and if you got your own and you manage yours well, mind your business, bitch. Don't tell me how to control mine still. Count your blessings that yours aren't, rowdy as mine if mine were being rowdy. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. But this might not be an everyday thing. This might just be an off day for the kids.
True.
They're just wired differently.
That's true.
Yeah. What you told me before, because I used to be quite judgmental about parents who couldn't keep their kids quiet, especially when they were like 2, 3. And I remember going to a playgroup with the kids, and this woman was just sitting there. And I was just like, I said to Snoop, I was like, she's just sitting there, and the kids are just on the floor, they're throwing things, they're doing whatever. And she was just like, she's probably tired. And now I know. Sometimes it's a thing of where sometimes the parent's just thinking, I've had enough. Like, if I say or do something, I either hurt my own child or say the wrong thing. So it's better I just sit here and count to 10 in my head. So sometimes people, your parents were once parents, obviously, because you're born and you're here. Yeah, you were once a child. They have to deal with you as a child. So sometimes, especially when I get on the bus as well, and there's people who look at babies in prams crying, and they're like, "Oh gosh," I'm like, "But do you think the mum wants that?" In public transport, they don't want that. Number one, they probably don't want to be on a bus with this much sweaty people, dirty people around their kids. And the fact the child's doing that, it embarrasses them even more than you're getting annoyed.
Yeah.
So relax. And if it's such a problem, get off the bus and walk, because you can, because she's got shopping and a buggy and a snotty child to put in needs changing or feeding. Or go upstairs, put your headphones in and deal with life. Do you understand? So we kind of have to give people a bit more benefit of the doubts before we start going, you can't do this and you can't do that. So Louisa needs to sit down. You done the apprentice, good for you. Yeah, you might have kids, whatever, but relax. Yeah, everyone's just trying to get through life.
Okay, I still disagree with what you just said.
So that's why we're gonna stop this topic here.
My thing is, I don't care if you're tired. Who told you to spread your leg, to drop it low and spread it wide? Yeah, who told you to do it? I've had a long day. I might have been dealing with kids. I might not have been dealing with my kids. That ain't your business.
Headphones, babe.
And mine no.
Or take a drink.
No. Well, I might
Buy
do
your
that.
own car, damn it. Buy your own jet.
Get on an Uber. Back to the jet life very soon. Also.
My thing is, I'm sorry. You need to be seen to trying to pacify your child,
Yeah,
especially in
that.
public.
You gotta try.
I understand they might be tired. That's not my problem. You get off. Go and sit at a park bench and take a nap. Yeah, maybe your kid might be there when you wake up. Maybe your kid might not be. But I'm sorry, if me as a commuter, if you're not doing anything and this kid is screaming the place down, I'm just letting you lot know. And this happened to my brother a couple of times. He absolutely hates it. And he will be the one that goes to them and go, can you get your child? And before they say anything, goes, and before you say anything, I've got one of my own. And when he will do this, I would make sure I'm doing something.
Do you know what I say to people like that?
What?
Do what you please with that child. Since you think you can manage my child better, if you could do it and we can all have a peaceful flight, do.
Okay.
Do.
This is how the flight will get.
Yeah. That's me. And I said it to you. If you need to evacuate that child, because by the time I'm allowing my child to be a hoodlum in a flight, you know I'm past my limit and there's only one more thing I can do before getting arrested. So do what you can do.
That's true. That's true.
And then we'll see if it works. If it don't work, nigga, sit down and shut up. Sorry. You know,
okay.
so but you can't win sometimes. You can't, and and everyone's desperate. Everyone's desperate when a child. Everyone does, because you're embarrassed first of all.
Yeah.
And then you've lost all control. Maybe what you do at home, it can't do it here. Maybe the child is scared. Maybe you know what I mean. So many things, and you're trying. Yeah, but I get what you mean. As long as you try, don't just do nothing. But if you try, if she's trying or the parents are trying, don't be hard on them. Yeah, they're trying.
Fair enough.
And everyone will say we all need a holiday, because maybe this is just something even the parents just need. Need a break. And they've been looking forward to this.
That's true.
Yeah. So So moving on to another flight dilemma that happened this week. So Miss Gemma Collins from The Only Way is Essex. I can't stand that lady, honestly.
No, can I? And she's got her own reality show.
Yeah, I've never seen someone so hungry.
For the fame,
I guess you just, anything to get your paycheck. So
that's true.
Do you know what I mean? If people want to follow me with a camera and see my life, well,
that'll be a one episode show.
Hey, but that check will be for that one episode, because I'll claim up. So if anyone's willing to, I guess you would. You know what I mean? Why not? So I'm not knocking her for doing her bit to survive and be whatever. But I'm not buying all that crap, because every time she's on reality show, I don't want to do this. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, look, stop ruining it for the rest of us, because this ain't funny. You could do it once, but 2-3 times, please, sort of thing. So anyway, so she went on a short haul flight, it appeared to be, and so she's sitting at the back, and there's a lady sitting in front of her. So now Gemma's got, the table thing down, and I guess Gemma's just trying to rest up, and she leans forward on that thing. At that time, also, the person in front of her reclines the chair.
Oh, Lord.
So obviously, there's no space. Now,
Yeah.
some fool has obviously videotaped this as we've been talking,
Oh,
because that's how
right.
we all
Know
been able
about
to
it.
see it. Yeah.
Right, got it.
So now it brought up the topic that people were saying, you know, is it right to recline? Who's in the wrong, kind of thing? But some people are saying, well, it's got recline motion for a reason.
Yeah.
But some people are saying, well, it's quite a tight space. So what are you reclining for? And it's a short haul flight. Do you understand what I mean, sort of thing? You can understand if it was a long flight, you know, everyone wants to kind of rest up and whatever. But this is like a short thing, so, you know. And although Gemma didn't lose her rag from the thing, she just politely told the woman, you know, like, with her ties stayed, like, you know, I was just trying to rest, you know, could you mind not doing that? And, you know, Gemma's a big lady already, you know, kind of thing. So it's like, you know, I barely got enough. Do you know what I'm saying, sort of thing? So, again, who's in the right? If the function's there for the chair to be able to do that, so, you know, so if some woman say to you, don't recline, and you want to, would you have an issue with that, or would you be like, oh, okay, sorry?
I'm reclining. I'll say to them, oh, sorry, and if I can recline even further back, I will do it. My thing is,
I paid for it.
yeah. My thing is that
one.
the table is not there for you to sleep on.
No, I guess from the video,
Right.
Gemma's at the end, at the back, so her chair doesn't recline.
Right. Oh,
So
okay.
she's just
Yeah.
she's just leaning.
Got
Then
it.
I guess if the woman wants to relax, then you're forcing her to stay forward.
Yep.
Is she supposed to then do what you're doing on the other person's chair?
That's
So
true.
The one who's reclining has got the way then, isn't it? Really,
I was like,
because
it's a recline.
if you need to sleep, you need to recline. But so you're basically saying that the person who's recline's got the right to do so more than the person who wants to lean forward. And to be fair, if you're not sitting at the back, you don't really lean forward, I guess. You don't really have your table down. So I guess, yeah, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. Like, yeah, that's what I see.
thought Gemma's got money, so why shouldn't she be in first class, or is she like an economy queen like the rest of us?
You tell us. They just made it say they just tried to deviate from that topic, but I was just like, exactly what you said before is what I thought, because you know how my mind works.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bitch, why you on that? Do you know what I mean? Sort of
Yeah.
thing. But you know, but it just did bring up a good, you know, conversation, because to me, I don't care. I pay for mine. If I happen to have the seat that reclines, I'm gonna use it.
Yep, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way you're sleeping is it's an opposition. Well, hopefully the flight's not too full. Move to somewhere else.
That's true. Exactly. Move, bitch. Yeah, like the song says.
Get out of the way.
Yep, go for it.
And the last one on our flight, well, I don't know what we want to call this right now, this flight stories, but talking about private jet. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were criticised for using a private jet to fly back home. And Elton
Back
John,
home from where? Where were they coming back from?
they're coming back.
Were they come back or going on holiday? And it was given
They were coming back because at Elton John's house, I believe.
to travel.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. But yeah,
okay.
they were given so they were flying private jet, and people were saying, how dare they, you know, use our tax money? How dare they pollute the earth even more? They're supposed to be climate change, you know, warriors, all of this. And then Elton John was like, hold up a second. Yeah, I gave them my jet to fly, so that's on me. The reason why they did that. And again, it's about security for them as well, especially with the young baby.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't really, you know, think it's that big of a deal for them to be doing this. And third, stop criticizing every little thing they did. I was best friends with his mother. This is what you guys did to her. Relax on these kids. Let them live, basically. But then, actually, I'm going to let Snoop jump in. But then I read an article about Miss Kate, you know, who's married to William. And she flew with one of her kids on a normal flight, economy flight.
Ooh.
You know, but again, we don't know what times those were. So, you know, she don't have friends like Elton John, maybe.
Nah, she don't. Second of all, she ain't no celebrity, is she? So, second of all, like I rightfully said to you guys, how the hell do you know that my taxes weren't paying for that economy flight in terms of security and stuff? She weren't going winning any with every single with her kids there and just sitting pretty, and some hair also telling her how to handle George and Charlotte. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. So, you know, there must be taxpayers' money on that.
Yeah.
Now, I think what people were saying is like it's hypocritical for one day for Prince Harry to make a post saying, you know, we need to think about climate change and whatever, and Meghan also, you know, with the Vogue talking about you know, climate and whatever, then to take a to then take a jet, which causes a lot more air pollution than any other flight sort of thing. So I think that's what people were saying. You need to stick to one way. Whether someone gives it to you or not, you were in it, you were using it, so you were, causing that to kind of occur.
But then it makes it hard because even though you agree with a change or a movement, your lifestyle's completely different to that. So as much as you believe in saving pollution, but you think about your family's safety, and you're thinking, or you've been given this ride by Elton John to fly a private jet, are you going to turn around and say no?
It's like saying protect the animals, don't eat meat and whatever, but because the queen invited me for dinner, so I'm gonna eat meat. Do you understand what I mean? You gotta stand for me. You gotta stand for what you stand for, regardless of Elton John or whoever it is. You know what I mean? That's the way I felt. The public felt. If you're gonna tell us to change our ways and to be considerate, why won't you?
But exactly, this is one snapshot, and that's the thing as well. I've been this week, people seeing one snapshot of something and making a huge judgment about things. I'm not defending Meghan because really and truly I don't take to her or whatever, Prince Harry. But again, we don't know what else they've done for the environment. Do you get what I mean? To just take one flight to get to somewhere. Again, you don't know his relationship. Like he said, Elton John said, he was close with his mum. So already, you just don't know, innit? So for whatever reason, they've taken this jet. Look, the rest of the work they're doing, it's been good. It's saved the climate for all we know as the public. At the end of the day, they're not the worst bunch, I don't believe, in that whole royal family, facade as it is. That's why this one, I'm just like, whatever. But I get what you're saying. You've made a point, stand by it. But my thing is just that at the same time, I don't see him, from what I can tell, being someone just to say things and do the complete opposite. And I believe he does quite a lot, or he tries to do a lot of change for the good. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Let me just wade in a little bit here. My thing is that there's a lot of comparison between what Meghan does and what Kate does.
I hate that.
And to be fair, it was only until I spoke to my sister, who Shade Queen, about it, because she's a fan of Meghan, and I'll tell you why. She's not she's not it's not that she particularly loves her, but her thing is that Meghan gets a lot of racial abuse. She
does.
Yeah, but she gets a lot of racial abuse.
And that's where it's all stemming from, really.
Yep. And it's like she can do no wrong, and she can do no, she's always getting blamed for something. Yeah, oh, Harry's doing this. It must be Meghan. This and that. Yeah. Oh, it must be Meghan. Yeah. And I believe that she's probably got a few powers of persuasion, but I mean, for F's sake, she can't be responsible for everything. And how you comparing her to Kate? Kate is just like unseasoned chicken to me. Like, she's so bland and boring, and she's like a cardboard box. Like, the way she's straight up. Listen, sorry, I know this has got nothing to do with what we're saying, but she's so she's so bland. Do you know what I mean? It's like lemon and herb, like bland.
Oh my god!
You're just comparing those. Just mind your business, man.
So you went Nando's on this?
Yeah. I just had to do it because it's just ridiculous. Look, I don't really feel like it's a big deal. I get what you're saying. It's a little bit hypocritical. You can't be saying one thing and then doing another. But just like you said, it don't matter if Kate took a normal flight. She never took a normal flight. Her flight probably got really heavily delayed because of all the security checks they had to do on everybody. not just the security, like as in for her, but the security checks they had to do on everybody there, making sure they don't have cameras and things like that to film, because people are going to be out there taking pictures and they're going to want to not have a whole bunch of things because of them being there. I'd be peed off. I prefer to go take a damn private jet so I can carry on with my economy class and my economy living. Do you get me? And not have any disruptions. So, guys, anyway, that's just how I feel. I'm like, if I could take a private jet, I'm going to take one.
It's definitely unfair to compare the two.
Yep.
I think she's always going to have the lower hand, because I think people just think because our American counterparts are just very vocal and very out there, that everything that just seems little to Americans is so big to us. It's so high. Like, it's like, whoa, you just spoke like that. You had that kind of opinion. Where we're so polite and keep your opinions to yourself and must do right. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. That I feel like she's already coming from a place where it's just going to be a taboo, everything she does. And so because we may perceive the Americans as quite out there and loud,
Yeah.
that people must think her ego, her opinions must be so loud that it overpowers the rules and the customs of whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas we don't know if, like everyone said, if Harry's got an input in this as to maybe it's coming from Harry that wants that for her or whatever.
Maybe,
sort of thing like that. It's unfair to compare the two. They're two different women.
Yeah.
Meghan has lived more than Kate has, first of all. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the quiet little sub life that Kate has lived, Meghan has seen, and her friends are, well-known people. Do you know what I mean? Kate knows people that William knows, and the well-famous people was through Williams.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Through that lifestyle. Whereas this lady has already established something. Do you know what I mean? And humbled herself to be able to come down, you know what I mean, to this level where, I could have it all, but I've humbled myself to be underneath someone else in the prince kind of category. Yeah. So I'm like, give her a break and let her just breathe. Sometimes I feel like the British people are just suffocating this girl. I just see her in a room rolling her fingers and rocking back and forth like, can I do right? Can I do right? It must even tell Harry, no, let's not do this because it'll be on me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing like that. But as to the flight or no flight business, I don't know. I can see the hypocrisy in it, but I like to think that these two would not do anything intentional to look that way. I do believe that, but ain't no way. I'm like, if it's free and it ain't coming from my taxes, go ahead, because one little flight that they took ain't gonna really do much of damage that's already been done. That's true. So go look at other billionaires and whatever who own. Do you know what I mean? Go. Why don't you really stick it to Elton John? Why must it be her? She don't actually own it. Yes, she used it. I get that bit, but they're not actually the ones who owning it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what Elton John was saying at the end of the day, like in defending them, that he gave it to them. Yeah. To use, and again they could have said no, but like most people, they just thought, what the heck, it's probably sitting right there at the end of his runway, like let's just do it, we'll be home in less than an hour. I don't know.
Y'all are just abusing the fact that we have like social media and things are instant. Back in the day, you wouldn't even know what shit they were taking. Exactly. Do you understand what I mean? Exactly. That is true. You wouldn't even know they were away or anything, but nowadays where we just know things, so do you know what I mean? So instance there, God please give it a rest.
Yeah, so good luck to you guys. To be honest, like I said, I don't really take to her, so I don't really want to hear about them for a while. I think they should just go and live their life. Yeah, and just get on with it. Yeah, so that's our flight section for today. I need a break.
You need a break.
So on the Love Island front, sorry Shade Queen, I know this is yours. But just to keep you guys updated, because obviously our Shade Queen couldn't join us this week, but there's been a couple of things going on in the background. So our first breakup.
Oh,
Hailey, and Chris. Hailey and Chris. Yes. And now we all love Chris. Towards the end, we felt like he should have stayed longer. Yes. He was just shining through with his antics, kind of thing. Hailey, I got nothing to say. Yeah, that's right. Nothing to say. But obviously, they weren't really together. Yeah. And you can tell with what he did to her, she had already stopped giving him a chance. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like from that, so I knew when they were getting a bit to that, he ain't going nowhere. Yeah. So they've broken up, so we can say that they are the official first breakup, if we can say. But on the twist, who's got together?
Oh my God.
Arabella and Wes. Now I didn't see that coming, but Lord God. But when I look at the two of them together, obviously I saw this on Instagram and I was just like, yeah,
she loves a mixed race guy.
Yes, she does, doesn't she? Yes. Now I mean, like from the review, from the what's it called, the reunion show, I thought her and Danny might have given it another go. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing? Right. But obviously that didn't work. But to go for Wes, I can kind of see. Do you know what I mean?
But I just hate it when ex-Islanders from different seasons get together. I'm like, but why?
Why? They're people. Why?
Yeah, but you don't know him. Like, why? I just don't like abracadabra.
You could say
don't
they
like
didn't
that
know,
girl.
but she watched the show and
That's
he watched
true.
her show. So, do you know what I mean? And then their circle is so small because now you see Jack, you know, Oluwala, whatever.
Oh yeah,
You know, hanging with, you know, Jordan and what's this other guy? The one that Casa More, the first bad guy of Casa More. Oh, what's this little guy? You know, the little
I remember
one with
there
Wes.
was George. There was
No,
the little
old
one.
season. Where's the season? Where's the season?
Oh,
Season 4. We all watched it. Wes and came back with this.
Well, the bombshell, that lady that we didn't like.
Yes.
Oh, Cass.
Thank you.
Cass.
Yes, but who's Cass? Who did Cass?
Josh.
Thank you, my love. I knew you knew. Yeah. So, but like they're all hanging out and stuff like that, and you can kind of see like their personalities are kind of like, you know, the jokesters and whatever, you know, the light skin jokesters, whatever. Well, one's white, but yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Kind of thing. You can kind of see where their personalities sort of link.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? For them to be mates and stuff, and then like I said, it's a small circle clubbing and whatever together.
That's
you
true.
Know? So everyone's trying to make a buck, so it might be like someone's hooking me up a contract with this. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. It could be like that. But yeah, so they are together.
Ooh. I've heard a new couple alert.
Ooh.
Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but apparently, Yewande and George are together.
Ooh, yep. Heard that too. And I was just like, right, can she bring out the spice in this dry? Yeah. Do you get what I mean? But that sounds really nice. Yeah, I heard. But I don't know if they're playing up to it, but I wish her well. And he did say he liked her. He would have.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So, nice. Also, Molly May.
Oh,
Molly May have a fashion contract with Boohoo, I believe it is. But you can see she's one of those girls anyway. So she
or is it Pretty Little Things?
Pretty Little Thing, maybe.
Oh,
one
okay.
Of them.
Good for her.
And it's like 300K or something like that.
Oh, go Molly
yeah.
May.
So I'm like, yeah, she's the most of her, because you know like how they dress them in most of the shows and outfits they wear, because I'm like, how did you pack all of that in their suit?
Yeah.
You know? Like, I can't get all that outfit in there, so obviously we know that they get given, you know. And when she was rocking most of their outfits, she looked good in it. So
yeah, she did.
She seems like the right person. Her and Tommy are still going on quite well, quite strong. So
good for
but
them.
yeah, she's making a big chinchilla out of this. So I think it, like we always say with reality thing, it's not about who wins, it's about who really you know, lasts the longest and makes the most out of it later, because you know that 25K that Amber and Thingy, you know, have equally from winning, it's nothing compared to what you can do after. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. So yeah, and obviously I'm still looking at my little Ovi every now and then. He's still with that India, but I don't know why, but still maybe he'll move to another country soon. So that's really all our roundup. I'm sure the next time it'll be Shade Queen giving you the heads up on it.
But I thought you know about what some of them are doing now, what jobs and stuff they've all got now. Yeah, you see this girl? See if I'm not here to remind her.
Right. So as I have no life, I'm usually watching daytime TV. So Maura's been given I don't know if she signed the contracts, but she's been offered a job in This Morning.
Nice.
Now I think there's a bit like they're not sure exactly how they want to use her within This Morning. Now we know, like, from someone who's made the biggest profit from reality going into these sort of other shows is Alison Hammond.
Oh yeah,
you know,
she did
she
real
does
good.
My God, I would love to have her job.
She did. You know, she was in Jade's season, and she was out quite early. She's been working
fantastic.
Yeah, she did.
So you know, I'm like, you know, she can't get Alison's role, I guess, but she, you know, she's kind of out there, like the way Alison is just not afraid to make a fool of herself. And so is Maura. She's quite, you know, and the public loves her. So I think they want to use her to do different sort of scenes and stuff like that. And then I think then they'll, you know, maybe she's going to do touch and go, different things for now, and then they'll find a real spot for her where it's really working for her, kind of thing. But This Morning is really interested in her. This Morning is also interested in Ovi being their little chef, come every now and then and come and cook for us and stuff like that. Nice. So which is really nice, and he's very confident in the kitchen, innit? So I kind of imagine most of us will be drooling just watching them and not really watching the food. So, and also well, Amy said it already, she's been on Loose Women a couple of times. They've invited her to be one of their guest panelists every now and then. Do you know what I mean? So she's kind of officially a loose woman.
Okay.
per se. Yeah, so pretty much. As to how long Curtis and Maura's relationship will last, I don't know.
But hold on, I heard, isn't Amber also got offered a contract on Loose Women as well?
Has she?
Well, yes, that's what I've heard.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't hear that one, so you're updating me on that
perfect.
one. So, yeah, probably Amber does too.
I mean, Amber is definitely still with, is it Greg?
Greg, yeah.
Yeah, I still see them on...
They look like
they look cute.
I'm getting more comfortable with them.
Yeah.
Remember, I didn't trust them. In the beginning. Yeah, but now he, because he's not being a lapdog, but
yeah,
he's kind of silly, and it's nice to see that he's been silly for her to make her laugh, and like he's not as, I don't think he was stuck up, but I just thought, he was, but it's good to see the juvenile side of him, which I didn't really see there, because he was just, everything was too serious, I guess, by the time he came in. Do you know what I mean? But now you're seeing the relaxing, you're like, wow, this guy doesn't mind making a fool of himself, and it's quite funny, you know what I mean, sort of thing. So I read him wrong a bit, so I hope for them. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's pretty much it on what I know for them.
Okay.
Yeah. So Shade Queen will keep you more updated.
Yeah, she will. So I guess that's the end of the show. Oh my God. It came around real quick.
A lot to talk about. I'm so dry-lipped. I don't know, maybe it's the weather.
So guys, you know the usual. Check us out on Facebook, IG, Podbean, SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube. Email us at freepms.ladies@gmail.com. I'm your girl Queen P.
I'm Snoop.
Lovely Nick.
All right, see you later. Bye.